Welcome, welcome, everyone. So glad to have you back here in the studio for another episode of the live stream. This is my weekly paint party. Several years ago, I started teaching myself to paint on YouTube and have been doing live streams more or less ever since. Every week, I invite you to join me here in my studio as I work on a painting. And over the last several weeks, we've been working through a variety of paintings that we have worked on in previous live streams, trying to get them completed because I am working on a new collection. And so I'm trying to get everything cleared out of the studio. So I just want to say welcome. This is the 122nd episode of the live stream, and I'm so glad to have you here in the studio with me this evening. We'll go ahead and jump in and get started. I'll switch around the camera so that I can move this camera to the canvas without a lot of jostling. But I am so grateful to have all of you joining me for the live stream this evening. All right, let's jump over to this camera right there, and we'll start getting this all set up. I have a little bit, you shouldn't notice any change on your end, but I have a little bit of a change on my end because my computer is on the fritz. I've been fighting it all week long, and it is just crazy. Whoops. Let's see, come on. There we go. And so I have been fighting with my computer. That said, I see several more people coming in. I want to say welcome. You can participate in the live stream wherever you're watching, whatever channel you're on or whatever platform. In the comments, feel free to make comments, ask questions as we go through the evening. I'm so grateful to have you and really enjoy interacting with you as I paint. So happy to have you here. Welcome, welcome. I'm looking up because that's usually my display is down here where my laptop is, but the laptop display has gone out. So I have all of my displays on my external monitor tonight. So my reference photo as well as my live streaming software is all there. So that's why I keep looking up. Let's see. All right, so this evening we are going to work again on this painting or this reference. So welcome, those of you that are popping in. So glad to have you. Thanks for joining me. And you can see is here how we left it last time. We worked on this quite a bit. Let me see there. Whoa, kind of. All right, we worked on this quite a bit to try to get the focal point down here where the largest contrast is with the light bright, and I brought a more dark sky in, and then it just kind of fell apart, so I painted it all blue just to start kind of from scratch the next time we come to this painting. So I'm going to continue on this and see if we can make something decent out of this painting this evening. So let's jump in on this. Let's see if, all right, nope. It has gotten so dark lately with the time change. I came up here and it's like a cavern. Welcome, welcome. All right, we'll put the palette here, and I will switch you all over to here. Let me move this a little bit so that you can, I'm going to set it back as far as I can, and that should work. Welcome those of you that are just popping in. So glad to have you. You can participate in the live stream or on the live stream wherever you are watching by commenting wherever you are, or asking questions if you have them. I'm always glad to have you joining me. All right, let's work on this a little bit, see if we can fix this up a little bit. And one of the things I don't like necessarily is this, and maybe it's just I'm being overcritical, but I don't like the light there now. But we'll see. We'll see. Just looking at what I want to, thinking about what do I want to really focus on first. If you all have suggestions, you can feel free to. I'm just not sure, and that's one thing that I think is difficult with painting. When I don't see, usually when I see what feels wrong to me on the painting, then I can do something to make it right. But when I don't see what's wrong, it's difficult for me to do what's right, if that makes sense, or figure out how to improve it. So that's kind of what's going on right now in my head is I see things I don't like, but I'm not sure how to or what I want them to be, because I don't like the sky. I love this thing. Oh, whoa, this is really big, to me at least. Expect to see a deer pop out of the woods and dash across the opening. Yeah, it feels like this could be like a meadow where at dusk, I get that. That's true. The deer often come out, don't they? So yeah, absolutely, Bob. So good to see you. I am pulling my hair out, but Bob has been on the inside track on this drama with my computer, but I did get an appointment with the Genius Bar at the Apple Store in Denver. So when I'm going down there this week, so hopefully, because my computer is, what do they say, more than 5 years, less than 7, so it's considered, quote, vintage. It's not quite obsolete yet, but it is vintage, so they have limited things they can do to repair it. But I'm going to hope that by taking it to the Apple Store, I can maybe get some, I don't know, we'll see. Just get some solution one way or another. And if not, then I may have to bite the bullet. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and buy a new one eventually. But my computer is 6 years old, so it's about to go obsolete, I assume at 7. But I would really like to, if I can hobble it along a little more, I mean, that would be ideal. Let's see. I'm not sure. Again, I'm thinking in the sky. I want to lighten this up, and I'm not sure how light I want to take this, but I do want to lighten up the sky. Where's my blue? I don't know where my blue went. We'll put a little of the phthalo blue there, but where is my, there it is. my cerulean blue. It's hard to believe we've been doing this 122 episodes, y'all. Kind of crazy. And before I forget, next week I will not be here because I'll be traveling back. So, hey, thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Thanks for popping in for a second. I will be heading back from Denver, so next week I won't be here for the live stream, just so you know. So y'all keep that in mind. So I'm taking some white and magenta and making a very light pink. I'm trying to take this over. Remember what we did with the horse last week, where we created these subtle contrasts. So I'm taking this and trying to create where it looks blue on your screen. Not sure. We'll just create these little bits of contrast, these lighter spots. Could the clouds? Yes, that's where we're going. This is all, that blue I did at the top was just the last time I worked on this, I just basically painted over it because it was not going the way I wanted. I was trying to emphasize the light and darks down here. And so yes, you're absolutely right. The clouds do need more light, and we are definitely lightening them up. I'm just not sure exactly what I want to do. It's so crazy to me how this is pink, but on yours it looks like it's blue. That's so weird. Must be, I wonder if it's the light. Not really. Very peculiar. I got paint on my monitor right where my reference photo is. So I'm trying to scrape that off just so I can. let's see. As we do this, what I want to do is bring the yellow kind of slowly working our way over. My goodness, this is so weird to me how this camera is. Y'all, this is like straight up orange. And it's showing like sky color, which doesn't look bad, but it's thrown me off when I look at it because I'm like, where's the sky coming through? That's not. So I'm going to have to just really focus on what I'm doing on my canvas and not look too much at the reflection on your screen. I apologize, that's There we are. All right, let's see if we can do, I want to do a little bit more with this. I'm going to take the blue in a little bit, mix it with those greens and reds, or the yellows and reds, so we get kind of a greenish color, which will be good. We take it all the way on this end. We start coming in. We get kind of a greenish yellow in the sky. Whoops, I'm right in your way, sorry. I'm just going back in and putting the sky back in. We tried an experiment and it didn't work. Trying to change too much as it comes this direction, the sky even has a little bit of purple. It's a little more purple because it is closer to the light, so the blue is diffused more. So and as we go across this way, it becomes more what we think of traditional blue, sky blue. So it's a little purplish. I don't know. I want to bring more of the sky in. I really don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I mean, I don't usually, but what I have found is that when I continue to make adjustments, like Bob Ross said, happy little accidents tend to happen. And suddenly there's something that pops up that works in the painting, and it's like, oh my goodness, that suddenly works, and I don't know why. So I am just going on that principle. And that's what happened last year. Last week. I've been looking at that horse painting we finished last week throughout the week, because sometimes I'm like, oh, this turned out really good, and then I start looking at it more and I'm like, not so much. But the more I look at it, the more I like it. And I repainted that 3 or 4 times, as you all know. Like I just kept going and going because it was just not right. What's not right, and then suddenly it just was right. So that's the deal. We keep it going, and suddenly things, you get the right angle, the right mix, the right something, and it all tends to work out. All right, so we have the sky in. Whoops, that's not the color I want. I'm touching up these areas. So this is more of a cerulean phthalo blue, and this is more of a ultramarine, which is more of a cool purplish blue. And you want to blend, I want to blend those in so the sky doesn't just look all one hue, or not hue, but yeah, saturation. Want it to be a variety, so that's what I'm trying to do right now. Now, come in here, put a little bit sky peeking through. Just kind of putting some oh my goodness, I put way too much brown out. I put a little brown into this mixture just to dull it down, and as we go up into the clouds. I'm going to take out some of the magenta, make it more gray color. Let's see. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing, but kind of, if I can give some shapes in here. Notice how light it looks over here and how dark it looks over here. Just because of where it is what it's in contrast with. So what we want to show with doing this kind of grayish color in here is basically this is the underside of, or the opposite light side of the cloud. So it's where the shadow of the cloud is. And it gives us that feeling that the light is low in the sky. Slowly brighten this sky up again. Okay. Want to again kind of, let's see where we can bring in this gray. It's all about what is around it. And what is contrasting against it. I think this is working, but if I get the shapes the way I like it, then it's just a matter of dialing in the colors really, because it's just setting, again, it's setting the values, correcting the values. Could get lost all day in clouds. That's the difficult thing.